Hey guys, Brak Little here. Just starting something called a video blog or vlog concerning acting. I may do some other video blogs as well, but right now we're focusing on acting and the game of acting, the business of acting, and how we can simply be better. Number one, the way that you get better is simply by practicing. And I'll show you some of the things later on in the video blog as we keep going on with this. We'll probably do this about once or twice a week. But let's talk about getting started. There's a lot of people that want to get into acting that didn't necessarily go to school for it, like myself. I'll just kind of give you my resume. Actually been acting for a little bit over 4 years now. And the reason that I got into acting, I'm sorry guys, I'm watching the Tigers game. This is the 4th game of the series, so I'm just kind of glancing over at this while we go through this. But the reason that I got into acting is I wanted to fill a gap. I had a divorce back in 2008. I have a daughter, Nia, who's also an actress and a really good golfer. We'll talk about that a little bit later too. But anyway, I wanted to fill a gap, and I decided, I had always wanted to be an actor, and because it was just really something that intrigued me. I was a shy guy when I grew up. I was in the band. That was a way of showing that I could do something, but not really. I could hide behind a horn. You band rats, you know what I'm talking about, hiding behind those instruments. But that's what I did, and so how did I get into acting? How did I start? Let's say that. How did I start was I just started to do extra work. With the film incentives, there was more than enough films going on in the Detroit area, and it was an easy way to learn how to act in front of the camera. Even though I wasn't, I wasn't speaking yet. It took me about a good year and a half to 2 years before I got my first speaking role. But it taught me how to be in front of the camera, how to act in front of the camera, how to behave in front of the camera, which is no small feat, guys, because again, a lot of times we want to stare into the camera and things like that. But so you learn that over time, how to handle yourself in front of the camera, because the last thing that the director wants to do is try to train you up when he gives you a speaking part, and so extra work was a good way for me to do that, and it got me acclimated to being on set and things like that, and I think it's really helped me out a lot because over the last 4 years I've done about 15 films and I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 plays, and so, I credit all this to my first acting coach, who was Robbie Taylor, who studied in New York, and I do some plays for her now. But you have to work on getting yourself acclimated first. Make sure that you want to do this acting thing before you go out there and take some lessons. Go out there and spend some time on set. Go out there and learn and see the amount of time that you have to spend out there, the waiting, even when you have a speaking role. There's a lot of waiting out there, guys, waiting, but it's different. When you have a speaking role and waiting, it's different than the extras that are waiting because, they don't have lines to study and anything like that. So it is a totally different game when you have a speaking role and you're on set on a film. So really, it really prepared me, being an extra. But so the next thing was moving myself into speaking on film. And so on the next video blog or vlog, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about, how do you get those lessons? How should you do lessons? So we'll talk about that a little bit later on the next video blog. But look for it, guys. This is going to be a regular thing for me on YouTube. Look out for me, Brak Little. You can IMDb me, and we'll talk a little bit more about the acting game, or the game of acting. Yes, we'll see you later. Thanks.